She got flued out, she got arrested, and now her mother is here defending her. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. So let's just watch this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of True Chats with Shen. This is where we react to things that are trending online, but we not only react, we try our best to squeeze, if even just a drop of a lesson from it. So if that's your vibe or something that you think you would like, please consider subscribing. I'm sure so many of us have seen this video floating around, and if you have not seen the video, probably like me, you have seen people reacting or talking about the situation. I have not seen the full video just yet, so let's get into it. I'm going to watch it along with you.
Hi, good evening everyone. I don't usually do videos, but this is a very serious topic. This is my daughter Saraya. She's now 22 years old. She went on holiday for a week with her friend to Jamaica back in October 2024. So this is the girls. This is Genevieve, Taraya's friend. They've been friends for about 8 years. She asked Taraya if she wanted to go to Jamaica for a week because her boyfriend was out there. I tried to encourage her not to go, because she'd never been on holiday by herself, but she was turning 21, so there's only so much she's going to listen to her mum about. So on the 13th of October, they went to Jamaica. I tried to encourage Taraya to get her own accommodation because she didn't know these boys from nowhere. This was Genevieve's boyfriend of 2 years. She'd been dating this boy, supposedly from Milton Keynes, for 2 years. She was told his name was Tony. Now again, I told my daughter to get her own accommodation, but she wouldn't listen. This is supposed to be Tony, but his name's not Tony.
Uriah. Oh my gosh, Uriah. All right, first of all, before we get anywhere further, I think I see a lot of commentary about with people saying that, oh, they would never let their child go. And you, when you turned 21, your mother could have let you do nothing. Think about it. Your mother could have let, especially if you're at work and not earning your own money, your mother could have tell you not to do something you want to do. We have to be more realistic. I don't think the mother have much control over whether or not she went on. But the name Uriah is so, I don't even know if it's Jamaican or just really old. I don't think I ever hear nobody, I never sit down in one classroom with somebody named Uriah. That's insane.
His name is Uriah Gordon. And this is his Jamaican cousin, LeJean, we think. So again, this is Uriah Gordon, or should we say Tony, as the girls knew him as. Now Jenny was seeing this boy for 2 years. Imagine, 2 years. So Uriah paid for Jenny's ticket because obviously she thought it was a boyfriend. And I paid for Taraya's ticket because she was turning 21.
Oh, so only one of them got flued out. But you have to do with somebody for 2 years and you don't know them real name. That not sound right.
So this is where it all began. They went to Jamaica, 13th of October. The boys picked them up from the airport and took them to St Mary, where they had this prestigious Airbnb. I'm talking jacuzzi, swimming pool, everything. I'm still trying to tell my daughter, get your own Airbnb. She's like, Mum, it's fine. And obviously because, the artist TJ, he was doing a music video next door, the guy that does Drift. So she's not going to listen to her mum, is she? But I still tried to encourage it, but she did her own thing. So, obviously the next day they're settling in. The boys have taken them everywhere. Duns River, YS Falls, everywhere. Rafting, where you get the rub down and everything. They did everything, took them everywhere.
All right, so the thing is also, you are not going to go on a vacation with your friend and stay in a separate Airbnb from them. Like, the only reason why you go is because you're there with your friend too. So if you say you tell her to forget her own accommodation, I better she just don't go then. Because why she go there separate from the person where she travel with? To me, it wouldn't make sense.
There's fancy meals, everything you can think of. But they had an agenda. So let's fast forward to the last day, bearing in mind they went for 1 week. Before my daughter went to Jamaica, I spoke to her clearly and I told her, do not be carrying nothing from Jamaica. Don't even think about it. Anyway, Jenny's boyfriend, 2 years, he's saying to her, oh, will you bring these trainers back for my cousin? So Taraya said no, but they pulled on her heartstrings. So obviously she agreed in the end.
Did they pull on their heartstrings? Like a lot of people have been saying, for me, why me to ever pack up my bag with shoes? For send go give your cousin when him there at one place with so much shoes there. It no make no sense. What I think happened, or what I like, how me I imagine it, is that they're thinking that he did so much for them. He wined and dined them and gave them such a great experience, that doing this for him seems like such a small task. For you to say no is like you're ungrateful. I mean, I think if you would make a decision where you really are trying to protect yourself, a lot of times those things are seen as being ungrateful, when I really just feel you're just trying to protect your own situation. It can be selfish to think of yourself. I mean, I say you have to think about yourself all the time, but there are some points, some moments where you have to like forget about the good things where somebody do for you and actually think about the logics of an actual situation. And if the person was vexed, I just let it go. Like a lot of us, especially women, are too concerned about not making people like angry or having everybody like us. No, that's not supposed to be a aim. I always think about like, how logical is this? Does this make sense? Then again, they are so young. Probably that's why they were preyed upon, because probably must say like them not gonna really think about it that deep. I always think about it that deep. Things are always that deep. Don't be paranoid now, but you have to think about things.
So, I think Jenny had 5 pairs and Terry had 3 pairs. So this is where the nightmare began. The boys dropped
And them give our daughter more pairs than the other one. Wow.
the girls to the airport. They've gone into the airport. They've not gone from no security, no sniffer dogs. All they've done is gone into the TUI line. So they got pulled out of the line after not being through no security, no sniffer dogs. Remember what I just said to you. And they've asked for the passports. So obviously they're a bit shocked what's going on here. The officers have opened up the suitcases and then pulled out the probe, picked up a pair of shoes and obviously swabbed it. And it's come back positive for what? You know what? I don't need to say it on here and get banned. Anyway, the girls were taken into custody. They were held at the Cambridge police station in St James, Montego Bay. Then at about 11:30 that night, I got a phone call from the British Embassy. I thought I was going to die. Anyway, I flew out there about 4 days later, and it took me 19 days to get my daughter out of jail. She was in jail for 19 days. The conditions of the jail were horrendous, as you can imagine. Concrete floor, full of women in the same predicament. While they were in jail, I provided food, water, pads, anything that I was allowed to send in. On the 8th of November, Teresa was released. So I bailed her out. The only reason she got out was because my father is Jamaican. So now the girls are on bail. The first court hearing was, I think it was the 18th of December. In total, these girls went to court 11 times. This is how long this was prolonged. It was just a long, unnecessary experience. Sometimes my daughter's lawyer didn't turn up, many times. Sometimes Jenny's lawyer didn't turn up. Jenny didn't turn up one time. So it was just long.
Why Jenny not turn up? That kind of odd. And you know, I'm more asked too, is it normal for them to just take your bags and just assume there's something in there? I don't know. Like what? Like them, as them said, there was no sniffer. Them just take them out of the line, looking at them bag and realize there's something in there. But what gave them the suspicion? I don't understand. But it kind of odd to me that Genevieve, and I was so confused. At one point, I thought Genevieve was her daughter. I'm confused about why Genevieve is not concerned after being in this place that she does not know and having to, like, and if why she not putting more effort into trying to like bust this case? Because if you care, you gotta turn up. Like, why you not turn up? It just not make no sense.
So the girls have been in Jamaica for a total of 16 months. Bearing in mind they had the serious hurricane. While my daughter's obviously been out there, she's met a boy. You know, she's been there for 16 months. Sometimes there's no electric, no current, maybe nothing to do.
I'm gonna make sure talk. I know.
She met a boy and she got pregnant. So obviously this is not the right timing at all. It's not the right time to be having a baby. Not in these conditions and not in... There's a serious court case going on, but you know. So fast forward, October 2025.
Before fast forward October 2025, I think the problem lies, and it shows, say your daughter kind of is very giddy. or she not prioritize the right things, because how are you here for in such a very uncomfortable situation, right? Where you already were deceived by somebody here, a man here. Them say him come from England, but him just them all of them fly out here. But at the same time, oh, you end up a meat man get pregnant and don't tell me about no electricity in the year. Me want to know if it's a situation where them there somewhere where light always a go. Me don't know of that. I don't know of places at Jamaica where like just constantly not there. I know say after the hurricane, people like were out of electricity for a while because of the damages. But if the baby born after the hurricane, as in a couple of days after the hurricane, that means that she been pregnant this whole time, right? So I not understand why it is being portrayed like them just never have. And if you don't have electricity, go to the library and go read some law books, but get out of here. You know want go and back at your yard. You don't have nothing better to do. Don't tell me so because you don't have your phone in your hand. You don't have nothing better to do than for get pregnant. You have to get real. If you head up on your body certain way and you actually prioritize what really matter in this type of circumstance, you would have found time for actually have no kids right now. But then again, she was just 21 years old. The things that you're doing when you're 21, that's why I'm keep on telling us that don't make major life decisions at these ages, because your head just not think about the right things. Them you think about things will actually mean nothing at all. Anyway, I'm not trying to lengthen out the video too much.
My daughter's in slow labour. In the hospital, but the hospital is about to be destroyed by this serious hurricane. So she's sent back in the slow labour. So she said she's survived the hurricane.
That's crazy.
The eye of the storm. She's got the footage and everything. Then 3 days later, she gives birth to her baby, beautiful baby, in a taxi. No pain relief, no nothing.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like a horror. This is a horror story. This is a cautionary tale. Like you tell me as like you look ill for your daughter, but this is such a cautionary tale. It's like everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. And don't get me wrong, me know say babies are a blessing, but come on, these are like less than favorable circumstances.
So beautiful, healthy baby girl. My daughter's healthy.
Thank God.
Everything's fine. They've had to go back to Black River, that the worst place hit with a hurricane. We're one of them. No electricity, no water. There's still no electricity to this day. So let's fast forward now. January 2026. I'm feeling a bit positive. They've gone into court. They got found guilty. As a family, we're absolutely devastated. You can't imagine how I feel as a mother. And these girls was not represented properly at all. We've got so much evidence that was not presented in court. I mean, where's the proceeds of crime? Where's the phone records? Where's the bank statements? And also, someone used my daughter's phone while she was in custody and rang a British number. So to me, that sounds like they were the scapegoats while the real shipment went through.
My goodness gracious me, boy. No, it's serious. I mean, it's been serious, but them actually gone. Them a go jail. My goodness gracious me, and pay head and ball. Oh my God. In the prime of your life, just because you did what I mean, she pay for your ticket, but them still get flued out in the sense that all the things that they enjoyed was paid for by somebody else. I not understand how you pay a lawyer. Are these? I not even know. Oh, you pay a lawyer and them not show up and them not present your evidence. It just not make no sense. I'm so confused by the story here. Something just seem like missing.
Corruption at its finest. So the next court hearing is early March for sentencing.
My God.
We've been advised that these girls are looking a minimum of 6 years. A minimum of 6 years for something they've not done. 6 years. So obviously I want to provide a barrister from England to take over to Jamaica, because we need to appeal with all the evidence that we've got. So the girls were not represented properly in court. They did not get a fair trial. There was no jury. So I've got a barrister at this side that has looked at the evidence, and she can see, and she's ready to come over and do the appeal. This is clearly some kind of setup, and it's clearly something that happens often with young girls. As a mother, I want to get this out there to show women that you've got to really talk to your daughters. I'm talking seriously, not just on a small level, on a deep level, because this sounds like some new romance scam. I cannot sit back and watch my daughter go to jail for something she's not done. This has been the hardest 16 months of my life already. And bearing in mind, now she's got a baby. The barrister has to come over to clear my daughter's name, clear both the girls' names. This is a setup. So we're doing this fundraiser because we need to obviously provide legal assistance in Jamaica, because we can't rely on the lawyers that these girls have had. They've taken the money and not done a good job. And now they're looking 6 years. This can't happen. I cannot sit back and watch this happen. My middle daughter has not seen her sister in 16 months. I can't. It's been so much heartache, so much pain. I refuse to allow this to happen. I'm not going to allow this to happen. I'm going to fight. I cannot sit back and allow my daughter to go to jail for something she's not done. My heart can't take it. The pain that I've been through. I can't explain it, guys. But what I need you to do is, I need this to go viral. I need to share. You need to share. We need to get to media. I just need your help. Like, comment, repost, boost, everything we can do to get traction on this. We need people to see this, because this can't happen to another girl. There's other girls reaching out to me in my DMs that are saying the same thing happened to them. They didn't go through no security. The same thing. We have to stop this from happening to our daughters. We have to stop these boys from taking advantage of our daughters. And to these horrible little boys that are grooming these girls, destroying families, I'm telling you now, you think there's no God, He's coming for you.
What do you guys think of this situation so far? What I will say is I agree 100% about maybe her aim for the video is different, but the fact that you have to really talk to your children, not just the girls. You have to have very hard conversations with your kids once them reach a certain age where you know say certain things is now possible for them. You might not see it as a scam because people are spending money on you, but this clearly was a scam. And this is the danger of us glamorizing this type of culture where being flued out and getting a man to take you overseas is seen as this great grand gesture that all the girls should be expecting and receiving from men. Even men, especially men, in the circumstances that we have seen, the stories times that we have heard online, that they do not or barely know. It cannot be the standard for you to accept flights from people, trips from people, sending really sensitive information about yourself, to book tickets to people you barely know. Me not like it. And this is just an example of what can happen when we prioritize or glamorize or make these things look like the standard. People, when they realize that you're desperate for certain types of actions to be performed, they will perform it to take advantage of you. And that's exactly what happened. These girls were obviously taken advantage of, and it's a really sad situation. Now I'm seeing enough people that talk about, oh, them stupid and all of that. I don't think that's, not even think, that is not my aim for this video. We know that they made choices that were not the best. We know that already. There are a lot of us at 21 who made very terrible decisions. It's just that it never ended up in this way because we were not caught. Everybody makes stupid decisions when they are that age. This literally could have happened to so many girls, especially now because of the messaging that they are receiving online about what relationships are meant to look like. We have to now have these kind of conversations for sure with our children to alert them about the things that can potentially happen to them. Mothers will always try to protect, parents will always try to protect their children. But I fear that we do this thing trying to protect them, that we try to absolve them of their responsibility in the situation as well, and create them as frame them as this perpetual victim. There are a lot of things that could have been done to prevent this from happening, and guess what? You did not have to go. You don't have to jump at every single opportunity that feels like an opportunity. You don't always have to accept the gifts. You don't always have to. Everything that we see these days, that's what they're telling the girls to do. But does it really work out in the girls' favor? I really wish there was not a child that has to now live without their mother for... This is so sad. For the first 6 years of their life because the baby is just born. If the baby born in like October, November, basically, that means the baby is now December, January, 2 months old. Oh my gosh. And they have been found guilty of such a serious crime in a foreign country at that. Look at all the ripple effects of making the wrong decisions or not doing the right thing, or accepting these kinds of gifts from people that you don't know. Even if Genevieve know or you know the man, you don't know the man. It's not your man. You don't know him for 2 years. You don't know him. And clearly Genevieve never know him either. Because if she know him as Tony and the man named Uriah, mighty goodness. Uriah, me can't get over Uriah. Genevieve apparently came out and said her piece. So let's hear what Genevieve has to say.
I didn't really want to be coming on here and doing this video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very embarrassed and traumatized even, but anyways. So I'm gonna be explaining to you guys the last 16 months for me and the whole situation and just set things straight, as there's always 3 sides to every story. Firstly, I want to start off with my association to Uriah. Uriah was never my boyfriend. When we first...
So I think say he must be a boyfriend of 2 years. You see what me I tell you say? The whole fluid out culture, you don't even, it's like it's not even a prerequisite for you know the person, for you get excited and accept being fluid out. No, she said he was not her man.
He introduced himself as Tony to me, and we was just on and off speaking for 2 years. It was nothing serious. We was not in a relationship. So fast forward to August 2024, me and Uriah start speaking again, and he tells me that he's going on holiday to Jamaica and he wants me to come. So obviously when he's asked me, I've said no, like I wasn't really interested in going. So we're still speaking, everything's fine, and then he ends up coming to Jamaica as he said he would.
When they tell you say you never want to go, like you think that make you look like you did smart though. It just feel like you tell that because you never want to look that eager. Like, I never really like the boy now. I not really like, I don't want them, yeah, but you all the whole while, you like the boy for real. But just I say, like, when you keep with that tell say, me did tell her not to go, or me did say me no want to go. If you never want to go, you literally would not have gone. You would not have gone. It's not that like deep of a situation where it's somewhere that you had to be. If you didn't want to go, you would not have gone. So stop trying to frame it like, oh no, that not mean nothing. That not bear no value in the situation.
And he asked me again, and I said to him, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really feel comfortable flying to Jamaica by myself. You're already there and you expect me to solo travel there by myself. Then that's when he said to me, oh, it's not deep to solo travel. I would say come with a friend. I'm going to be very open and frank about the situation. From the start, my mum did not want me to go. And this is literally a lesson to young girls, because when this happened, I was 21. Listen to your mum. Like, listen to your mum. I'm in this situation from not listening to my mum and from being naive and not thinking like... So I'm going to start off with Taraya. Me and Taraya have been friends for 8 years. We've known each other for a long time. We used to live on the same street, like, and our parents both knew each other. So around September, me and Taraya are speaking on the phone, and she's telling me about her holiday in Jamaica because she had just came back from Jamaica, and just telling me how much of a great time she had with her family and everything. So as she's telling me this, I'm like to her, oh, do you know what's so mad? Like, the guy I'm speaking to wants to fly me out. Like, he wants to fly me out to Jamaica, but I don't know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. Then that's when she was like, oh, if you end up going, let me know, because I'll come with you, and yeah, it'll be good, blah, blah, blah. So after she's told me that she wants to come with me, she's asked her mum. Her mum's been completely fine with it. Her mum paid for a ticket, and her mum was constantly reassuring us and saying that, yeah, we'll have a good time and how we're young and we need to live life and whatever.
Oh, so this is a totally different story from what the mother just said. So now she and the mother were being and say, yeah, man, no go on and a young girl and can enjoy herself. You know, the mother, they were like, feel like them young too, and you want to be your child friend and not them parent. So you tell them, yeah, man, you want to be the cool parent. You just, I don't know. But why should I say that if I'm not true? I don't know. Because to me, it never feel like the mother came out and was not on Genevieve's side too. It seems like she really wanted to help both the girls. She never tried to free them or in a no bad way. It was really more about the boys being scammers. So I don't know why Genevieve would have come out and try to frame the mother in a one bad light when the mother never do that to her. What do you think? You think the mother was actually in on it and feeling the experience, or you think she just has said that because the situation is so bad? I kind of don't know what to think right now.
So my mum still wasn't okay with the situation. So she's then called Taraya's mum and asked Taraya's mum about the situation. And Taraya's mum's told her, oh yeah, they're going to Jamaica and they're going to be staying with my family. They're going to be fine.
So she lied. And this is the situation I tell you, say, when you come out and talk about the bad things that somebody do, as an act of retaliation, what you think is, what the point of you saying that she tell your mother all of them something? You did happy when she said so, no could I get for go? No. So why now is this, or through you in a bad situation now, you want make it seem like, oh, she was so horrible, but you did so happy when it happened. If not never go wrong, should I be like so cool, the cool mom for you? Like, anyways, all right, girl.
Just reassuring my mum and letting my mum know that, like, they're going to be okay. However, the reassurance from Taraya's mum was a lie to my mum. And obviously, at the end of the day, it should have been me who was the one to tell my mum the full details of the trip. But I knew she wasn't going to agree to it. That's why I didn't tell her. But I never got Taraya's mum to lie. She just lied on her own, and yeah. So fast forward.
So now, the situation is no longer your fault for accepting this situation, this flight. It's now Taraya's mom's fault for saying, yes, Jamaica is a great place to be and no can go enjoy yourself. At Taraya's mother's fault now, and not yours for communicating and being with this guy where you're on and off a talk to for 2 years, and not for your fault no more. Tell your mother fault. I already not like, oh, Genevieve, frame it. I not love that. Probably, what wanna feel about this?
October 13th, 2024, me and Taraya arrive in Jamaica, and Tony and LaJohn pick us up from the airport, and we make our way to St. Mary's because that's where we were staying in an Airbnb. So during the week, me and Taraya had a good holiday. Like, he paid for everything. We was taken out. We really enjoyed ourselves. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like it wasn't a good holiday. It was. The night before, me and Taraya are supposed to fly out, Tony's come to me and asked me if I've spoken to Taraya. And I've been like, spoken to Taraya about what? And he was like, he asked her if we could take some shoes back for his cousin LaJohn. So I said, no, I haven't spoken to her, but I'll speak to her. Then when I spoken to Taraya, Taraya's now told me that, yeah, he asked her and he said it would be like 2 pairs of shoes. And I've been like, okay, didn't really think anything of it until the next morning.
Alright, so why your man asks your friend for bring down shoes him? That also feel off. Why would I ask you? Why am I go to she? And then I ask you if you talk to she. That not feel off already.
So yeah, he's asked us to bring the shoes, and we've asked him, like, who are these shoes for? And then that's when he came to us and said, like, yeah, his cousin is basically embarrassed to ask, but it's for his brother who's recently just moved to England, and obviously he doesn't have money like that, so he can't just ship them, and shipping's expensive. And basically just, we felt bad. Like, the way he came up to us, we just felt bad about the situation.
But think about it, girl. If the boy can't afford to pay a shipping cost, or them afford to do all of them something the phone for true. And also, why not just go into the stores in England where you wouldn't have to worry about shipping or nothing at all and just purchase shoes in there? It don't have to be like expensive shoes. Why do I need to bring these shoes from Jamaica for your cousin? That makes no sense to me.
And after him paying for everything for us on the holiday and us having a good time, we felt like that was the least we could do. Like, we just felt bad. Before me and Teraya packed anything in our suitcases, Teraya called her mum and told her mum about the situation. She asked her mum and the mum was completely fine with it. She just told us, oh, make sure you check the shoes. And we checked the shoes while we're on the phone to wash. We was even on FaceTime to wash, showing her the shoes, and she was completely fine with it.
Yeah, the way the girl here talk like a Teraya mother fault, says she carry the shoes. Why everything a Teraya mother fault? Yes, probably she did a try for a bit of cool period, but at the end of the day, you make your decision. If you did say no from the start, you wouldn't need to call Teraya mom. Because the answer would have already been no. Like, why you try to frame it? Everything every step of the situation, what would be a time for you to make a decision, you bring up Teraya mother. I'm gonna like that. You are an adult. When it comes to adulthood, a lot of people want to be an adult when it comes to the things of adulthood that are convenient to them. When it comes to you having sex, spending money, drinking liquor, doing what you want with your body and your time and your money, when it comes to those things, you want to be an adult. You want to say, yes, I'm grown. When it comes to making your own decisions, you don't want to be an adult. You want to absolve yourself of these responsibilities and place them on somebody else. I'm gonna like the tone of this. At the end of the day, what they did call Teraya mom, the Prime Minister, or the Governor General, you still make the decision for go at the airport with the man things them in on a suitcase.
So obviously Tony and Teraya must have agreed on Tony's friend picking up the shoes from Teraya's house.
So now Tony and Teraya make plans. Your man and Teraya make plans now. And you now know to do with it. Alright, girl.
So during all this, I'm very hesitant about like taking the shoes, but it's not because I think that there's something in the shoes or there could be something in the shoes. It's because I didn't want my suitcase being overweight. And I had more shoes in my suitcase than Teraya due to the fact that I had more luggage space. Teraya only had one suitcase. I had two suitcases. The shoes look completely normal. Like, from looking at the shoes, you wouldn't have been able to tell that there was anything in the shoes. And it was mostly sliders. So obviously when I checked the shoes, you're not going to think that there's something in sliders. Like, they look completely normal. There's nothing wrong with the stitching. The shoes were just fine. So Tony and his cousin LeJohn drop us off at the airport. We say our goodbyes to them, and as we enter the airport, before we made it through check-in, officers have asked us to hand our passports and asked to go through our suitcases. So they're going through our suitcases. They ask us about the shoes. They must have asked us why the shoes heavy, and we didn't really think anything of it because it was mostly like designer sliders. And next thing you know, they've pricked the bottom of the slider and they found out there was, you know what, in the shoes.
So your man can't afford for pay, but them can't afford designer sliders. You cannot see how none of this now make no sense. If your cousin broke in England cause him just come, why I'm so concerned about having designer items?
After they told me what was inside them shoes, like, I literally screamed. Like, I was in... Long story short, me and Teraya are both victims in this situation. We genuinely didn't know about drugs being inside the shoes. But there's holes in her mum's story, and her mum did know about the shoes. So, Yeah.
What I would say is they both are victims for real. They are victims of this type of thing that we have made so normal in our society. The whole idea of casual hookups. But I don't believe that you should be doing that with your body casually. I don't think it's wise. And I'm not saying this because I'm perfect. I keep telling you this. I'm not perfect in a no type of way. But hookups are not the way to go. And then being willing to travel across seas with somebody where you do not know, then allowing them to put things in your luggage. At some point, you have to realize that you made bad decisions. Yes, you were victims, but you also made bad decisions. And these are the results of your bad decisions. The girls are young. All of us make mistakes when we are young. It's just that their mistakes were so dire. And the thing about Taraya is that she continued to do she was still into the boys, so much so that she ended up with a baby. It's not like she never know her situation, so she have a case, but now you have a child where you have to go suffer because you decide to bring a child into the world knowing your situation. The long and short of the story is that scams look different these days, and you have to warn your children about everything. You have to look out your eye for everything. I'm glad she shared this story because this is not something I've ever heard before, not a situation that I'm familiar with at all. And it needs to be known that these things can most definitely happen to you, and it's a serious situation. Let me know what you think about this whole thing down below. There are other parts, but this video is already so long. It's okay. We can probably talk about them another time, or maybe not even ever. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Such an interesting story. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will definitely see you in the next one.